Oh, you lucky hampers. Back out today. Oh, back out. Right. I actually want to talk. I'm actually on my way into town now. So, I'm actually want to talk though. About this. Basically, the public spaces protection order for the homeless, for everything, you know, for town. So I'm coming up to a point now where anything out here is fine, but anything in town they can't. So that. You alright, Bob? How are you? Alright? How are you?
Oh, struggling.
I bet. If I had some cash on me, pal, I would give you. Have you seen all like that today about the public space thing that's happening in town?
No, let me look.
Basically, certain areas in town, from here, from this roundabout, from here, from junction there, you know, any like this is not allowed.
They're clamping down, aren't they?
Yeah, they started it today. So if you're in town and you're out like that, it's a £100 fine.
I know that, but you don't want to be tucked in, do you?
And stuff like that. So if like now, like you're sat here now.
Thank you for telling me.
Yeah, like you're sat here now. If you was in town and sat there, yeah, and you get caught in town, they will move you on. It's £100 fine.
Yeah, and they would take you in as well.
If you refuse, then obviously they can arrest you. And obviously if you've got alcohol,
exactly,
you know.
That's going down great.
Yeah. Right.
Alright.
But
Thank you for
if I had anything on my pal, I would.
I know you would.
So, but I actually helped the homeless. I'm actually doing a live at minute, but it's on me at minute, so it's not on you. I don't do it like that unless you know you say you can. You don't mind, but obviously I don't. So
just look after yourself.
I will do.
Alright, stay safe.
Oh, I always do. So sorry about guys, I was just talking to someone live while I was on the live. One at homeless, giving him a bit of info. Yeah, from this area that I'm coming up to now, all the way up to Salesmore and then back round towards certain areas. If anybody does want more info on this though, or you want to read it yourself, it's up on my HAMP group, it's in the files, it's a PDF. Feel free to grab one and have a look at it yourself. It's just ridiculous because they've got, well, obviously we're drinking that in town, I get. Begging, yeah, I honestly get, but those that are genuinely homeless, how are they supposed to get, you know, actually get food and that, unless people actually do bring them the food. So it's all in here. As I go around town, I will be live that, but I'm going to tell you a bit about this now, as it says. I'll precisely read what the document says. So bear with me 1 second. Sheffield City Council Public Spaces Protection Order 2024. So from this area, from where I'm about to cross over now, this is where it stops. It starts. It's all the way around the town centre, Sheffield town centre, stuff like this. From what I understand of this, then other people might have other opinions, but as it says here, alcohol in the streets, no person within the restricted area may consume alcohol or be in possession of alcohol or items suspected to be alcohol in a public place, which is understandable. That's been happening for a while, but some people still do. So, which obviously they're begging, obviously, as people call it, tapping and stuff like that with homeless. So loitering. This is the one I don't fully understand, because what happens if you are in town, you're just a normal person and you're waiting for somebody. That grounds, as it says here, no person within a restricted area shall loiter in any temporary structure or in any adjacent to doorways, cash machines, banks or supermarkets in a manner that causes or is likely to cause harassment, alarm or distress to any person. So if you're even meeting a friend, you're waiting for somebody outside, or if somebody else sees, it's ridiculous and stuff like that. You alright, chaps? So, and then obviously it's got the drug one, which obviously I get. It's just basically spice and stuff like that. Any sort of drug, I'd say, really. But if anybody wants to say anything, if you do want to come up on cam or want to join this feed, this live with me and put your opinion and everything across, then basically put a message in and I'll let you on. But it's just really, really bad. It's an issue, you with a £100 fine. So tell me how a genuine homeless person or somebody like that, is able to pull the £100 fine up. So basically, that's why I'm in town now. I've actually come into town to actually see stuff like that. To actually see if anyone's aware of this, and because I did come round the other day, but I wasn't on camera because my battery was dying. But I want to see if anybody's aware of this and maybe get their opinion. So, but as I say, all this PDF is up on HAMP, it's on the group, it's in the files, it's on, well, in the files tab, it's in there. If you want a direct copy, just let me know and I'll send it you in a private message if you need to. But it's just everything. Altogether there's 11 pages of this document, so there's a lot of it. So even with begging one, no person with the restricted area shall make a verbal, non-verbal or written request for money, donations or goods, including the placing of hats, clothing, signage or containers in a manner that causes or is likely to cause harassment, alarm or distress to any person. So, which I get, but we're back to the same question. How are the genuine homeless ones able? There's teams, there's probably teams like me that go out. Obviously, at the minute I'm doing everything on my own, but I still come out and give food and stuff like that. Some of it I get on cam, some I don't. But at the minute I'm going around town now, because obviously I've come straight from work, so, well, straight from my friend's work to help him, stuff like that. So, being in for a chat and that, and to get this document printed off. So, but I don't know, is this just something, because obviously this has been out a while, but I've only just come across it myself, so, but I just want to now see if there's any changes. So I'm going to go around and see if I can find anyone, see what they think, if they're aware of it and stuff like this. So that's my plan. So sorry, it's just that noise is just people in the back market stall packing up, so I do apologise about that. But like usually down here where I'm coming to now, that area which used to be the Royal Bank of Scotland, there used to be banks and banks and stuff there. Well, last week and 2 weeks ago there were 2 people actually sleeping there, but obviously looks like there's bags still there as well, so that hopefully down that area. If that is them, then obviously I will come back down and see. But I'm going to try and find some homeless and see if they've got an opinion on it. Because I know there was a couple that slept outside the train station in the tent. So I want to see if they're up there and catch up with any of them that I actually did give a tent to. So, but is this just getting ridiculous or what? So, leave me your opinion. Tell me what you actually think. Have a look at the document if need be, and basically let me know what you actually think, because I actually think it is a bit rubbish. Because does that even go for general public as well? That can't actually, you know, if you're waiting for a friend, are you going to get done as well, just for standing outside somewhere that actually needs, you know, if you're waiting and your friend's running late and you're outside, you know, and you're like worrying a bit, and obviously it's going to freak somebody out, but you're just waiting for a friend or something. So, just in my eyes, all this document from what I've read, Sheffield City Council don't actually really care. If they actually cared, they'd actually have more places. They'd even do some of these empty shops that's in town, and they'd put the homeless in them for the time being. Make pop-up shelters or something like that. So, but this order now is on what's is to be active in Sheffield City Centre until 6th of April 2028, so there's 3 years of this, unless it's amended or whatever, as it clearly states in the document, you know. So let me just try and get through some a little bit more of this. I'll try and show you a map of the area. Don't know if you'll be able to see it because the printer's a bit rubbish. So, and of course, yeah, there's urination and stuff like that that's mentioned, which I didn't see earlier. Where's people supposed to go? Yeah, I know there's toilets and everything, but some pubs and businesses won't let people into it. You know, into pubs, won't let the homeless into pubs. But sometimes there's not a public toilet around. Especially like if train station or bus station shut and stuff like that. Or you're sleeping somewhere and there's not a public toilet. I know this for a fact because I was actually homeless on these streets for years myself, so I actually know. Yeah, since I was homeless, Sheffield has actually improved a bit, but it's not actually improved that much. Pubs should be able to still let people in, like even the homeless for toilet and stuff like that. Also, I will say this directly to Sheffield City Council. Where's the showers? Put more places for people to have showers. Apart from the Archer Centre, which and stuff like, and bed centre and stuff like that, which credit to them, credit to all of them. Every other one that does to help the homeless, credit to them. But on other days when they're shut, or like Archer Project shuts early, midday I think it is. If I'm wrong, somebody quote me on it please. But it's just ridiculous. So also, obviously it says here, provide full name and everything. You give them a full name, you give them your name and everything. Do you have to, by law? Yeah, have you actually committed a criminal offence, or is this just so they can actually issue with a notice to leave the area for 24 hours and not come back and stuff like that, and so they can issue a fine or whatever. So it's, you know, I get where it's coming from. In areas I don't. So, you know, so obviously it's going on about alcohol as the meaning given it to it under section 191 of the Licensing Act 2003, stuff like that. Areas covered by this area, which is next page, so bear with me a second, let me grab it and I'll try and show you on cam. But at minute, as I'm walking up the moor in Sheffield, I ain't seen none at homeless yet. Probably still early, stuff like that, for some to be out, but some might have gone. You know, because it's shops closing and that, so might be that, but I will still have a good walk around town and look. So, there. Here we go to a bit before I show you the map. As it says here, this effect of this order is to impose the prohibitions and requirements detailed here within at all times, save where specified exemptions apply. This order will come into force on the 7th day of April 2025, which is today, and will expire at midnight on the 6th day of April 2028. At any point before the expiry of this 3-year period, the Council can extend the order by up to 3 years, if they are satisfied on reasonable grounds that this is necessary to prevent the activities identified in the order from occurring or reoccurring, or to prevent an increase in the frequency or seriousness of those activities at any after that time. The Council may extend this order more than once. In accordance with requirements of Section 61 of the Antisocial Behaviour, Crime and Policing Act 2014, the Council also has the power to vary the order at any point while it is in force, A, by increasing or reducing the restricted area, or B, by altering or removing a prohibition requirement included in the order, or adding a new one. This is Sheffield City Council people, you know. They're doing all this, I will say this, they're doing all this, but there ain't enough houses for them to build. They're doing all like changing the city centre and everything, which is why I bet this is why this is coming to force with them. But it's just ridiculous. And then obviously it's got failure to comply with this order, stuff like that. So obviously if you don't comply with order, you can be arrested and you probably will be in court and stuff like that. So to me though, it's just ridiculous. You know, what is it to stop? Is it to actually help the homeless or what? If it were actually to help the homeless, come on, put, you know, give them somewhere, give them an empty shop or something. That's, you know, stuff like that. But to me it's ridiculous. Yeah, I get that most of the public voted and everything. You know, and I appreciate the general public. Most people don't like dealing with, you know, when people come up to them and ask them for a bit of money or whatever. But in areas before this came in place, they should have actually done something for the homeless. Put something else in place first, before this. Before this even came into force. So at least the homeless had got somewhere to sleep instead of like with hostels that are full. you know. So, you know, obviously, as it just says here, a person guilty of an offence under section 63(6) of the 2014 Act is liable on conviction in a magistrate's court to a fine not exceeding level 2 of the standard scale, which is basically like £100. But if people don't get benefits because they haven't got nowhere to live and they can't get benefits, how they're going to do it? Because I have actually spoken to a number of people and they don't actually get benefits, which is why they're homeless, because they've had the benefits stopped and stuff like that. So this order's just ridiculous. So, and here, right, fixed penalty, in accordance with section 68 of the 2014 Act, a constable or an authorised officer may issue a fixed penalty notice up to £100 to anyone he believes has committed an offence under section 63 or 67 of the 2014 Act in relation to a public space protection order. You will have 14 days to pay the fixed penalty. A fixed penalty notice is a notice offering a person of whom it is issued the opportunity of discharging any liability to conviction for the offence by payment of a fixed penalty to the local authority specified in the notice. If you pay the fixed penalty within the 14 days, you will not be prosecuted. So what happens to the homeless if they can't actually pay the £100? There's no way they're going to be able to pay the £100. So are they going to get prosecuted? Yeah, more than likely. And do they actually deserve that? Not the genuine homeless ones anyway. The ones that we actually see out on the street at night, like I was. I was actually out on the streets and stuff like that. So, in areas it's good, in areas it's bad. So now you can't even sleep in the shop doorway area. So, it's just, what the heck is going on with council? Is it because they're doing all this building work and basically they've run out of cash, so they think they can do that way? You know, next they'll be stopping you, fining you for waiting for a bus or waiting for a taxi that's not at the taxi rank. That's what they'll probably be doing next with you. It's just ridiculous. You know, you do have a chance to appeal, but it's got to be in accordance with section 66 of the 2014 Act. Any challenge of this order must be made in the High Court by an interested person within 6 weeks of it being made. And stuff like that. And so a High Court can say, yeah, but that's a High Court. Where's the High Courts? They're certainly not. Oh, you've got a Crown Court in Sheffield, but they won't be dealing with it. The High Court's going to be in London, isn't it? Which is going to take months and months to drag out. And stuff like that. You know? Given under this, we're actually given under the common seal of the Sheffield City Council on the 3rd day of, so basically 3rd of April. But Sheffield City Council announced this before. They announced it in March. So, we already knew this was coming out. Sorry, it was just my internet then, because I'm on data. So, this was done on 3rd of April. That's the map as well. So, all in that area. So, but it is on there. It is on there. It is on Hamp. But if you do need any more info, just basically let me know. But for the time being, I'm going to go off. I'm going to see if I can find any homeless and see if I can get their personal opinion and stuff like that, and actually see what they think. But because that, so yeah. But it's, to me, this is just ridiculous. Because like now, I'm stood outside the bank, obviously loitering. What they're going, are they going to issue me with a ticket? So it'd be good to actually get. It'd actually be good to get a police, like the police perspective as well. So let them join us. Hopefully, a police officer will see it, or somebody from South Yorkshire Police, and they can actually tell me what they actually think as well. Because I actually think this is ridiculous, Yeah, I don't condemn the drugs and everything that's happening. Because half of that is shocking anyway.
Really weird because
I've seen it at Christmas, I've seen it most of the time when I've come out. So I get that, but the rest of it, most of it's down to mental health as well. So where's your mental health teams then? Sheffield City Council, where are they? Plus, not only that, government promised us 8,000 more mental health since he became Prime Minister. As he hasn't even done nothing. Because it's going to cost money, and especially now money going up as well. So do they actually care? No, because at the end of the day, all they care about is money. And Sheffield City Council are hoping to get money out of this, because they know that in areas it'll work, but you're punishing people for nothing. But I'm going to go, and I'll see if I can get any homeless perspectives. Alright, I'll speak to you soon. Bye.